Hello everybody and welcome back to Farming Simulator 25, and here on Twin Sons Farm we are still in May at the moment. So I have been around and collected all the bales from the last episode. Been around and collected all the bales from the last episode, and I've actually been busy just getting grass fields kind of ready. So as I said, today's video is going to be mainly mainly slurry, but also a bit of muck spreading, and I'll show you why when we head down to the field we're going to do it in. Because you may remember in the last video we talked a bit about how I think it was field 36 was not actually a proper field, and therefore you couldn't actually spread any lime on it or fertilizer or slurry after it had been cut. It kind of just, you know, I think it's kind of meant to be an animal pasture really. So after that last video, I got the plough out and I decided to plough it in. And I thought, let's just get it ploughed in. I've limed it, and now I thought stick some muck on the top of it, and then we'll drill it. And then when the grass is a little bit later on before that first cut, we might spread a bit more slurry on it as another second round of fertilizer. So this is what we're doing now. So the ground is ploughed in, and it just needs a bit of muck put on it before we drill it. So that is what I'm doing here. And then the other bits and pieces I'm going to try and do in this video are the slurry in the other fields that we cut as well. So I don't really know how long this video is going to be. Hopefully not too long. That being said, in the last video we did, when we were cutting the silage, I said, no, it's probably going to be a long video, this is a lot of cutting, and it ended up being one of the shorter ones. So you can never trust me when I say how long a video is or isn't going to be, so maybe we should just forget that. Anyway, I hope everybody has been all good since we last caught up in the last video. I've said video quite a lot so far. I have been sorry. Yeah, I mean, I think it's probably just over a week since the last video. Yeah, it's been mega busy, and as I'm sure you're aware, there's been all sorts of stuff going on. I mean, firstly, you might hear I've been suffering from a nasty cold, and this is one of the first times that I've actually felt able to sort of properly talk. You see, that exhaust smoke looks awful, doesn't it? I've put this new mod in that released today, and I think it's not that great, so I might disable it and re-enable the exhaust extension. Oh dear, that's terrible, isn't it? Anyway, yeah, so I've not been so good. I've had a bit of a nasty cold, really. I lost my voice and couldn't really speak properly, so that was one reason. But also I've just been very busy. There's been lots going on, family-wise and everything. But also for me, from a work perspective, I have recently been for a bit of a job interview, and I'm going to be changing jobs soon. So I'm going to talk a bit more about it in a few weeks' time. But yeah, so it's just been a really busy few weeks, really. So that has been going on. I'm about to go on holiday tomorrow, so I thought, well, I need to try and get a video done before we go. Oh, this is going to be tight, isn't it? Get that through there. Ooh, just there we go. And you can see why I had courseplay on doing the alignment. We'll just get rid of that. Yeah, you can see this is where I've been ploughing in that field and getting it ready. So no changes really, just, you know, just the same as it was before. Just we can drill stuff into it now and plant it in. Anyway, as I was saying, so yeah, I've been busy, kind of like with a bit like job stuff and bits and pieces. We're going on holiday tomorrow, so we're trying to get, it's the first time we'll have been on holiday with two twin boys, so obviously now trying to pack for us and those two is an absolute military operation when it comes to trying to get everything ready and sorted. So that's been going on. Myself and Leroy have started work on our new series together, so we were doing a bit of recording the other day, so that has been going on. Yeah, it's just been one thing after another, really. So, yeah, it's just nice to be back on here. The other big thing, as if you're a subscriber to the channel, you may have already seen, is I am pleased to announce I hit 1,000 subscribers. So, if you are watching this video, and you are a subscriber, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. When I first started this a couple of years ago, you know, 1,000 was like a pipe dream, and for it to happen so soon, I'm just generally over the moon, and I'm glad that so many people have liked it, and are continuing to watch my videos. And, you know, it's great. I must also say a big thanks to Leroy, who really helped me pushing that extra mile in his Discord, and he's also a mod in Scruff's server, and he got Scruff to do me a brilliant shout out to his followers in his Discord to get me over the line. So hello to all you guys as well. Hopefully you get to watch some of the content and you enjoy it. But yeah, I really appreciate all the support from those guys, and of course you guys who watch what I do. So yeah, because the channel has now hit that 1,000 subscriber mark, I am now able to monetize my videos. So I have enabled adverts on there. You know, hopefully you'll do me a favor sometimes and just leave them on in the background, and we can tick them over. Yeah, and we'll see how we go. But yeah, once again, just massive thank you to everybody who's, you know, supported me along the way, and even just giving me your time by watching the videos. It's all really appreciated. I can't thank you all enough. So the other thing I'm going to look at doing, because I've now hit that 1,000 subscriber mark, is a bit of a you know, a place mark, I suppose. As soon as I'm able to, I'm going to enable channel memberships on the channel. So for those of you who'd like to, you know, there's no obligation to do this. It's just if you want to. You will be able to join the channel for a small fee every month. This also means that you'll get a dedicated sort of special role in Discord with your oh crap, there's a wall there. Yeah, a special role in Discord showing that you're a channel member. We'll probably set up a special chat for those people, and in the Discord I'm also going to look at putting names and kind of sponsors into videos. So if that's something you wanted to do, then that's going to be coming at some point in the future. I'm just waiting for YouTube to kind of tick over and do all that stuff, really. But yeah, if you're not a subscriber and you just enjoy watching, you know, the videos as well, one of the biggest ways that you can actually support the channel without subscribing is just by clicking a like. So if you haven't done so already and you're enjoying what we're doing here, please do click the like button. Anyway, so yeah, you can see here's the field we were talking about before. Was that sort of pasture land? So I'm just spreading a bit of muck onto it here, and then what we'll do is, once that is done, we'll then drill this. And what's that? Is that from the... Ah, that's the realistic weather mod. It's put a puddle on. Interesting. I don't really remember when there was last some rain, but fair enough. So yeah, this is that field that was before, you know, just basic kind of pasture land. So as I say, I've been through, ploughed it all in, limed it, and then I thought, right, we'll get some muck spread onto it, and then once we've done that, we will drill it with grass and keep it as a grass field. But it does mean then in the future, when we've cut it and, you know, baled it or whatever we do, we'll then be able to spread slurry on it like we do with the other fields. Of course, as we all know, precision farming is just around the corner too. So probably by the time I get to do another video now, I might wait until precision farming is released, because I know it comes out on the 8th of May. I'm on holiday till the weekend, so the next time I do a video I might wait until that's released put it into the series, and then we can kind of go from there and start to include precision farming in the series going forward. And there'll also be a few more mods that have come out by then as well, which is always good to see what's come out in the meantime. So we'll include those in as well. And then I think as well at that point we'll probably skip forward in towards we'll be getting in towards June and July there, and edging ever closer, to be honest, to the harvest. We'll need to try and get some more liquid fertilizer onto the cash crops. So we've obviously got I can't remember if it was 2 now, or 1 or 2 fields of oilseed rape. It's 2 fields, isn't it? So it's the one near the farm and the one to our right there. So that's going to need another set of fert going onto that over the top. We're also going to need to put some fert onto our carrots over there, and then we'll look at getting some fertilizer onto the oats as well. So yeah, lots to be doing as always, and yeah. Add another headlamp into this because it's just a bit tricky for turning around at the end. So I'll head down here and add this extra bit on and see if it helps a bit. Anyway, what I'll do now is, I think, given where we're at here, I'll do the rest of this field on a bit of a time lapse as usual. Which will include, loading it with the telehandler when we run out and things, and then once it's done, we'll get back together, have a bit of a chat, and then head back to the yard and start getting some slurry in. Yeah, I'll catch you all in a bit. So I've been round, I've done a headland, so just now need to, been round, done a headland, just now need to get down and do the rows basically. One thing I hadn't banked on was just how difficult it is to see the slurry texture in the grass field. Anyway, it is what it is, so we'll just have to try and see how we get on with that. Obviously I've only got 25% left in the tanker at the minute, so we'll have to go back to the farm at some point to get some more and just try to keep an eye on the ground. But really I want to get this on before the end of the month, just so that, you know, I can I get that extra kind of, you know, boost to the yield before we go into June when it grows another stage. So yeah, so we'll have a go at that now. Again, I'll put it on a bit of a time lapse, and I'll join you all when it is done. See you then. Right, I've just managed to get that all done there. There's literally one strip here where I've just run out of slurry out of the tanker and I've not been able to finish it. But it is a tiny strip, and you know what? Yeah, I'm not going to go all the way back to the yard, fill up again, come back and do it just for a tiny little strip. We'll do that there. We'll leave that for now, so that's good enough for me for another cut later in the summer. So yeah, so we'll get back down to the yard, and then I think what we'll do is we'll head on down to the field, get that drilled, get the grass in. Well, I'll sleep, and then I'll join you back the next day now once we've got the drill on the tractor and we're off down to put the grass into the new field at field 36. So I will catch you all in a little bit. Okay, here we are again, back out on our way to drill the grass field. Now, a couple of things. It isn't June. I had forgotten that, of course, we have 3-day months on here, so it is only the 2nd of May now. And, well, obviously, we've got a different drill, and that is because I think I'd enabled the seeds add-on drill, which I took that mod off for a bit. I can't remember, I think it was causing a bit of a conflict, so you couldn't get it on certain drills. And because I took it off, it deleted the drill we had. And then I thought, well, we've got a lot of horse equipment, and this came out the other day, the Jet Alpago drill, and I thought, again, it's a 3-metre drill, so it's not really an upgrade or anything, just something a bit different, so I thought we'd go with that. So, we have got in here our grass seeds, we've got the packer on the front there, so that's going to be used to just sort of knock down the ploughed ground, and then the drill is obviously like a combi drill, so you've got a power harrow at the front and then the drill at the back, so that'll then drill into the seed bed that the packer creates in front. So we'll just get that set up onto a track there. nice. Yep. Go with. Very good. Get them both turned on. And there we go. We are away and we are putting grass back into this field. So yeah, I've put the realistic weather mod back on. So when I first had that mod on originally, I think there was a couple of little bits and pieces that weren't quite right. There was people saying it, you know, needed a few updates and things, might cause a few bugs, but there seems to have been a few updates in the last few weeks and it's looking really good. So I'm using the one that is on Arrow's sort of GitHub page. And this is like the next version that will eventually come onto ModHub, and I believe this one now has the ability for, I think the weather can automatically create hay based on yeah, the temperature and things. And obviously if you ted it and leave the grass out in the field, it can become hay automatically, which, I mean, that sounds great to me. So yeah, so we've got that version on here. We've also got in it, I believe that you can now have it so that puddles appear in your fields as well. I was just looking at that before, it popped up. So if it rains, the water might start to pool up in the fields. I am not sure if that will cause damage. It'd be nice if it does though. That'll be something we have to sort of see as we go along. So yeah, looking forward to using that one again. And of course it does mean that we have to keep an eye on moisture within the ground. So usually when you're harvesting a crop, you're obviously checking for moisture within the crop itself. So you know, certain grains, particularly cereals, when you're harvesting them with a combine, you want the moisture levels within the crop to be of a certain amount. But also you want your ground to have a bit of moisture in it as well. If the ground is too dry, certain crops won't germinate and things. So I think that's also what he's trying to emulate with this mod. So yeah, so I just thought, well, okay, then we'll give it another go, get it back in, and see how we go. And so far, it does appear to have been pretty cool, to be fair. So yeah. Anyway, we got the slurry and done on those other fields, which is all good. It all seemed to be absolutely fine. As I said, there was that last little bit at the end which I didn't quite do, but you know, never mind. I mean, it's one of those things. I wasn't going to drive all over the farm to literally put in like 10 litres to then cover that last bit in the field. Yeah, don't really mind about that really. So yeah. So what I'm going to do again is I'll just pop this onto a time lapse, get this field drilled, and then we'll come along and roll it as well, and then that'll be all done, and then we'll wrap it up, leave the video there, and have a chat at the end. So I'll catch you all in a bit. Right, there we go. So that is that field all drilled. So yeah, we got all that in, which is good. Yeah, there was that weird puddle thing down there, which I think is something to do with the realistic weather mod, and it kept popping up saying you can't drill in water. So it'll be interesting to see if that actually has taken, or if it leaves a bit of a patch. Something interested to see. And also whether it actually dries up as well, because if it doesn't, we'll have to do something about that. But yeah, so I'm going to leave this video there. So off video now, what I'll do is I'll get one of the other tractors in here. We'll get this rolled. In fact, no, you know, with it being grass, I'm not gonna bother. Yeah, we'll leave it, to be fair. So that is done, which is good. I'll probably do some contracts in between now and the next episode again, get some more money up again, because we do, as I say, want to start upgrading some of this kit, getting some better kit in and all that sort of stuff. And yeah, I think that's everything there. So yeah, if you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please remember to like the video if you enjoyed it. The easiest way you can support the channel is just by giving us a like. Helps YouTube push the video out to other people as well. And if you want to see more like this and you want to get notified when I post a video, then please subscribe as well. And with that, I'll leave you there. I'm on holiday now for the next week, so it'll be probably be another week and a half before another video comes out, but as soon as I can, another one will be live. And yeah, hope you've enjoyed this one, and normal service will resume once I'm back. Thanks again everybody, and see you soon. Bye bye.